Recently, I read a powerful but upsetting book called Tortured for His Faith. It was by a man named Haralan Popov, a pastor in Bulgaria in the 1940s and 50s when Stalin's communist regime was at its very worst. It's a gripping story, and I thought I would share some thoughts from the book with you this week. If you want to read the book, by the way, it is in the link that I send out here on WhatsApp. Now, as a boy in the Soviet Union, Popov was not a Christian. He prided himself on being an atheist and considered religion to be for the old and feeble-minded. Because of his education, he believed religion was for the simple people. But all that changed when he was invited to a church and he encountered some very educated, very cultured people testifying to what God had done in their lives. Listen to what he writes. "They told me what Christ meant to them and had done for them. This impressed me more than all the sermons. And to this day, I am a strong believer in the effectiveness of living testimonies in bringing people to Christ." I thought this was profound. All the teaching and preaching in the world is empty if people don't see Christ in us. And I wonder how many people are sitting in our church listening to all the teachings, but longing to see a true believer and hear a true testimony of God working to change an ordinary person's life. Popov then talks about a man who he met named Petrov, who would come and visit him and his friend. And Popov says he was not a very eloquent preacher, but he witnessed of how he knew of God's personal presence. When he told of what Christ meant to him, his face shone with the love of God. It was obvious to me at that moment that there was a God. Do you know somebody like this who just shines the love of Christ in such a wonderful way? And more importantly, are you such a person? Do people look at you and see Christ shining out of you? Maybe there's somebody in your life who needs to see Christ in you today. Maybe teaching and preaching is not going to reach them at this point, but the witness of Christ in your life is going to be what does it for them. Friends, head into the world today and remember that you are a walking testimony. The way you live and the words you say have profound impact. And remember that it might well be that somebody is watching you today to see if God is real. Show them that He is.